Okay. Um, Hi, my name is Jaylany Ortega. And this is my final senior video. Sad to very say that this is my very last final senior video. I can't believe I'm a senior. Like it's hard to say. And they wasn't lying when they said those 4 years of your life is gonna go by quick in a flash, cause it really did. I remember being in middle school, being the most little baddest kid ever, bro. Like what? Anyways, these past 4 years of my life showed me I could go and do anything. Let's start back in ninth grade. I was new. I didn't know any better than the other kids, but it didn't change the fact I went through what I went through. It's freshman year and I'm being bad. I was a skipper. I skipped a lot till I got caught by Mr. Walker. He used to be my ninth grade principal, but then a little while after he started coaching at a college, so he wasn't there at that much afterwards, but he was still there. Like I still appreciate him helping me, get back on track and doing what I need to do. But um he took me in like one of his own. He showed me if I did this and this, I'd be successful. I was going through a point in time where my life I lost my best friend from gang violence. Like the hardest thing I've ever went through in ninth grade. Like I was I was never the same after that. I was like, you know, I was more distant, I was more quiet, and like it hurt it hurt me so bad. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like it changed me. Um Another week after that, my other best friend took his life. I was never the same since. Mr. Walker seen how much I was calling out for help. So he introduced me to Miss Vaughn. Miss Vaughn used to be my grad coach. She was there for me throughout everything. Like when I mean everything. Like that's literally my school mom. I appreciate her for everything. Um, Miss Vaughn, she sat there, listened to my whole life story, like my whole life story from when I was a little kid to now. Like she's so happy, like the progress I made. Like it was real deep. It was real deep, like real bad deep. Um, she understood me enough to take me under her wing. From there on, she was like a mom to me. She believed in me when no one else did. I got tired at the end of ninth grade, and that's when my whole perspective changed of like living. I don't know how to explain that, but like when you're in eighth grade, you think you're gonna be a kid forever. You think it's all butterflies and rainbows. Once I hit ninth grade, like reality, that like it dead smacked me in my face. Reality smacked me in my face, and like from there it's just like I grew. I grew. I wasn't I wasn't thinking like a kid no more. I was growing. um 10th grade got worse and better at the same time. I was going through an identity crisis, not of like like who I like, like that wise, more like what I wanted to be. Like if I wanted to be this, if I wanted to be that, who do I want to be in the future? What do I want to become? It was very hard. I was stressing. It was really stressful for a 16-year-old. Um, like I would ask myself all the time, is this me? Is this the life I want to live? So I left where I was at to become better. Even though I was going through a harsh time, especially a relationship that changed me physically and mentally. I changed um I changed 10th grade. I changed a lot in 10th grade. Um I had better grades and attendance was better, but I was mostly gone for the time period. Like, I'm a really, really good student when it comes to my work. I'm a really, really good student. It's really just being there. Like, my attendance, it's really just being there. My teachers say it all the time. Like, I do apologize though. Yeah. But once it hit the end of the school year, I was broken and drained. So I left. I left everyone and everything. I left for the whole entire summer, and I was exploring. I was exploring with Mother Nature. I was exploring the world, you know. And during that moment in time when I was exploring, like, I didn't realize how much being alone would secure a person, like, you know. But I wanted to do more after that. After traveling, like, I really wanted to do more so I could travel more. Like, from then on, I knew, like, what was coming through the air. Like, I knew what was going on. This is my 11th grade year. So, boom. 11th grade smacked me in my face. Like, 11th grade smacked me in my face. Yep. And at that, my older friends were graduating. Like, all my older friends, them little netheads, bro. I missed them. I missed them a lot. Um, I settled for being a construction worker, but mostly thought if that's who I wanted to be for the rest of my life. Basically, in me saying, like, if I want to do, like, I was sitting there thinking about it, and, like, I don't want to be like 50 something on my back hurting just because I'm lifting. Like, I don't want to. Yeah. After like mid January of 11th grade, I got a job at KFC. Um, I was actually getting my life together. That's how I felt, like, because, like, I finally got a real job. Like, like, nobody's paying under the table. If that makes sense. But yeah, and I refell in love with someone who was there my whole teenage life. Um, my now girlfriend during this time. In 11th grade, she was helping me through everything. When I mean everything, she was helping me throughout everything. She showed me how to communicate better, how to always have a positive mindset and not a negative one. Because she tells me every time I get a negative mindset, it just, like, everything blows out of proportion. And she's not wrong, and I do apologize for that. Like, that has to do with anger issues, but, that's something that I will fix, when I get older, and it's been becoming better. My anger issues haven't been, coming out like they used to. Like, I really have been becoming a better person. Um, she made me not just grow, but become a better person. We're a year together now, and my communication is better than ever. She made me into a better person. She always taught me see how I feel, because if I don't, how do you know if someone cares? And she's not wrong. I love that woman to death. She's amazing. She is. Um, Now the final, my 12th grade year. This is my final year, and I finally know who I am. I had a rough first few months of school, but I turned it around when everything was getting serious. I applied to this class course called Innovation Career Pathways, short for ICP. It's a program in Central, um, that has to do with tech engineering, real life stuff, um, tech, electric stuff, laser labs. It has to do with everything. In that moment in time, it changed my whole perspective on constructing. Now I wanted to be an electrician, and I finally settled for it. I am now a graduate ICP member. For my last and final road trip of life, I will be going to Springfield Technical Community College for 2 years and go to trade school for another 2 years. And once my journey is done, I will be proudly saying I have accomplished something. Overall, video production. I think this class every day. I love video production, and I hope more kids consume video production. Like, get in here. What are you talking about? This is fun. Um, Overall, video production made me into who I am. Also, the first class I took, I really wasn't a good worker. I was barely here. I didn't want to read, like, because at first video production one, we have to rewind videos, we have to look back on old videos, we have to write down stories, we have to make stories. Our first time also on the computer, it was very, like, too much for me. Yeah, I didn't like doing too much. And then, like, everything changed around, and now I love doing this. Now I love recording. Now I love editing videos. It's like making my own YouTube video. I love it. But my progress was above and beyond. I don't get shy talking to cameras anymore or expressing who I am. I think everyone who has been included in my life and on my journey, I think everybody, they have seen me, become who I am today, especially with the struggles I went through back then. But let's see what my people have to say about me. Your name?
Jayla Bryant.
And when did you meet Jaylany?
Beginning of the school year, we was in the hallway. I don't know what happened. We bumped into each other or something, and then we started talking. And after she was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Jay." And after I was like, "What's your name?" And after she was like, "Jay." After that, it was clip.
Yeah.
Clips. It was clip.
But if you could describe Jaylany in 3 words, what would it be?
Intelligent, real intelligent. She's blessed. Um, hardworking, like very open-minded. It's a lot.
And why?
Because everything you do, and just you put other people before yourself. You think about other people, and everything you do, especially this. I can't. That's something I can't do. I'm not gonna lie.
You could do it. You just gotta put your heart into it.
See, that's the stuff I be talking about.
Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome, my hearty.
Your name is?
Remy.
And how long have you known Jaylany for?
I've known Jaylany for 4 years since she was a little baby freshman here at Central.
Okay. And what are 3 words you could describe her?
She's hardworking, she's compassionate, and she's pretty funny too.
Okay. And why?
Well, she's hardworking because in our class, she does all her work. She's always the first one done. She corrects all her work. She does extra credit work. She helps other people with their work. And she's very caring about all the students and people around her and the staff. And lastly, she got a couple jokes. She got some jokes. She does make me giggle, I will say that. But she's not funnier than me.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Miss Remy.
You're welcome.
I've known Jaylany since, like, the beginning of the school year.
Yes, I have.
What are 3 words you can describe her?
I'd say creative, chaotic, and unique. Yeah,
How come you feel that way?
because Jay is a person that you never know what she's gonna do next. She has really great ideas, and I've filmed with her all first semester, and we have come up with like the craziest ideas together, and she's just super fun.
That's nice to know. Thank you very much, Virginia.
Of course.
Hello, your name?
Isabella,
How long have you known Jaylany for?
about 2 to 3 weeks.
And if you could describe her in 3 words, what would it be?
Very outgoing, caring, and funny.
And why?
Because my very first few days, she came up to me and she was very helpful and very kind.
Thank you, Isabella.
You're welcome.
Your name?
Cobell,
And how long have you known Jaylany for?
since the beginning of the school year.
And if you could describe her in 3 words, what would it be?
Nice, caring, and very aggressive.
And why?
Because she pays attention in class, she helps people out. She's always asking questions, but if you piss her off, she starts screaming and cussing you out.
Thank you, Cobell.
3 traits you like about Jaylany.
First one, she's very funny. She's very outgoing, and one thing I like about her is that she's very what's the good word to use? she just kind of just like in a way doesn't care what other people have to think.
What are the reasons that you are saying those things about Jaylany?
Well, I said funny because she is very funny. And caring. One thing about her, she is very caring about her friends. She's always gonna be there writing for her friends. Anything goes down, she's always gonna be there to have her friends back. And the whole like her attitude in a way. And I feel like it's good because I feel like in life, there's times where people are gonna sit there and they're gonna try to walk over you, and you can't let them. Like you gotta sit there, and you let them know, like you don't care what anyone has to say. You don't care about other people's opinions. How I think that you're gonna live your life, and that's that.
Your name?
Miss Matt.
And how long have you known Jaylany for?
2 years.
And if you could describe her in 3 words, what would it be?
Outgoing, funny, and charismatic.
And why?
Outgoing because I knew you from your English class, but I feel like anytime someone comes into that room, you really make sure that you go out of your way to like say hi to them and like become their friend. Funny because you're naturally a very hilarious person, and charismatic because those two qualities together really make a charismatic person.
Thank you, miss.
You're welcome.
Can I get your name?
Oh, hello. I'm Mr. Aloysia. I'm the video production teacher here.
And how long have you known Jaylany for?
4 years. She's been in my class for 2, but she took other classes in my classroom for the 2 years before that, and so I would hear her talking and see her up there sometimes.
And if you could describe her in 3 words, what would it be?
Annoying, lazy. I'm kidding. Spunky, fun, and I guess motivated.
And why?
Because you're always chipper and excited and kind of like a little whirlwind coming in and out of the place. And you're usually very fun and nice. And when you're motivated, you're excited to do things.
Thank you, Aloysia.
Today is my last day. I finished all my finals, and I'm currently doing my last finals for tech engineering. As you can see, all my life, I wanted to be seen for the things I've done. Even though I had hard times processing through life, I pushed myself through, my family pushed me through, the teachers here pushed me through, everybody that was in my journey pushed me through this lovingful and caringful journey. My opinion to y'all is put y'all heart into no matter what y'all want to do. Put y'all heart into it. Once y'all put y'all heart into it and put y'all all into it, y'all get like the more like you're hungry. Like hungry for money. You gonna get hungry for money. For my underclass freshmen, I hope y'all nothing but the best and stay on your work. Come here every day and be nothing but good children. Anyways, I hope y'all love my recap. It took a minute, but yeah, and that's pretty much it. Class of 2026 out. Jaylany officially signing out. I'll see y'all soon.
First Innovation Career Pathway Senior Spotlight goes to Jaylany Ortega. Be sure to check out ICP Instagram for the photo and more information about Jaylany later today. Favorite class? Classes are engineering and math. Also join the ICP to better understand math in the real world. Since her field trips she has attended through ICP have strengthened her interest in electronics engineering field. Jaylany plans to attend SEC in the fall and begin her path towards becoming an electrical engineer. Congratulations, Jaylany. Today we're proud to celebrate